This is 1480 KRAE Cheyenne.
Also being heard on translator K266CC Cheyenne at 101.1 FM.
It's time now for something new for you. It's KRAE Reports, a week in review. And now let's check in with our program right here on 1480 KRAE Cheyenne. And good morning. Welcome to KRAE Reports, a week in review. We'll be with you for the next hour. And Nick and myself were talking about the future of the program. And the reason why we were talking about it, this will be Nick's last program with us here on KRAE Reports. Matter of fact, this is Nick's final week as he will be moving on to bigger and better things. As, again, you know, I'm proud pop here where you will be moving on as an operations director, be moving to Pennsylvania here. Matter of fact, next Monday, starting your new gig.
Yeah.
For a couple of radio stations in the town of DuBois, Pennsylvania, which you said by Punxsutawney.
Yeah, again, similar right on I-80. So, again, all I'm doing is just transitioning over to the Eastern time zone, again, northeast of Pittsburgh. So, again, kind of within mid-major market, or at least kind of reaches out there to Pittsburgh. So, yeah, again, making them at least move out that way. Again, we'll be coming up this weekend. But, yeah, again, final at least KRAE reports for me today. Similar tomorrow, again, for the pro show. Again, also, too, later on, and we'll mention as well, too, early on, at least here, to, again, remind folks later on that, again, we'll have post-6 baseball coming up later on tonight. Again, 7 or 7:30. I think it's 7:30 is the first pitch, at least tentative start time over at Powers Field. The post-6 Sixers will be taking on the Laramie Rangers tonight. We'll have that action here on 1480 KRAE, at least on the YouTube side, coming up later on tonight. So, again, yeah, at least kind of the swan song, the farewell tour, so to speak, again, starts here this Monday with KRAE Reports, which, again, we'll get into news, especially with some interesting news and notes, at least involving Cheyenne, of a few things. But, yeah, again, accepted the job. It's happening. So, yeah, the move day officially coming up this Friday, tentative. Again, who knows? Again, we're expecting snow throughout this week, so who knows if that'll put any damper.
Let's hope it won't inhibit your driving heading east. And again, too, you know, Nick's worked for me about half your life, you know, on and off throughout your lifetime. And again, too, you know, going from Cheyenne, Wyoming to DuBois, Pennsylvania. Again, a move up the ladder. Again, this was a family-owned, operated business, still going to be operated by me. And matter of fact, you know, replacing Nick is going to be very tough in all that he's done. And then also, too, our studio board op, he also had to step away here last week due to, I want to say, medical. So he, you know, I've got a lot of fixing up to do here in your absence. But you know, but radio will survive. Pro Shop Radio will survive, and we'll get things going. But we'll probably miss out on the next couple of weeks. Monday, just simply for the fact too, I haven't been able to get this bug out of my throat. Again, you're almost 100%. I feel great. I don't know if I strained the pipes while we were doing basketball up there. Just haven't had a chance to get off my voice here for a while. So
you also, too, don't really take care of yourself on a medical side, so it is what it is. But like I said, I'm near 100%, but again, I still have the raspy voice, kind of at least nose issue as well, too, where, again, it's almost, again, I wonder if it's more allergies than anything. But again, from my, as mentioned at least this past Monday, again, I got diagnosed with the mono situation. So again, it's not life-threatening or anything. It's just that long-term sickness that is equated to, again, Sam Darnold for the New York Jets. Again, it sat out the entire season with that because, again, there is no timeline. It's just when your body kicks it, your body kicks it. Where again, in theory, from the doc that I talked with, hey, 6 weeks, give it 6 weeks, you should be fine. So again, here we are. This should be the 6th week for me to at least get through this sickness. But again, at least doctor to me mentioned that it could last months, which again, similar happened to Sam Darnold, who again had to sit out due to that mono sickness. So, you know, again, there is no timeline. So,
it's a weird bug. And matter of fact, I got it a week after you had it. when we were going back and forth to Casper. Do want to make this point to you. You definitely got to give us a call when you get the nor'easter, because we hear those nor'easters, and again we look back to Snowmageddon that we had here, but those nor'easters in that part of the world are pretty intense. So definitely want to hear from you when we get the nor'easter.
It doesn't seem like, again, looking at the climate reports out there, again, it's nothing tropical compared to Miami or anything, but it's definitely a way warmer climate out there. Again, more humid and, again, more rain. Obviously, again, that's why that part of the world is kind of as green as it is. But, again, the sub-temperature, at least they get snow, but not as much as here. Sub-zero temperatures, they don't get as much clearly as out here. So, again, it's definitely a warmer climate, again, a four-season climate out there. So I think right now we're expecting more snow. They're expecting 70s, 80s right now out there in that part of the world, which, again, is ironic that they sit on the same parallel as here in Cheyenne. Just that difference of, again, the Rocky Mountains, where out there it's flat land, 1,000 feet. And, again, the only nearby mountain range is the Appalachians to the east. So, again, warmer climate, so again, we'll see the nor'easters or anything snow-wise on that. But again, with
anyway,
this,
I want to wish you all the best, and Dad's always here when you need my assistance.
Yeah. So again, regarding KRAE reports, as he was kind of alluding to, again, it's not gone forever. It's going to take a break. So again, keep an eye out on the airwaves. Again, 1480 AM, 101.1 FM, 1480KRAE.com. Same with the social media sites, which hopefully you'll keep up on. And again, I don't expect much, but again, hopefully you'll at least kind of remind folks or let folks know on that social media side, again, when KRAE Reports does return back. So again, it's not a goodbye forever. It's just goodbye for now. And we'll see, again, hopefully in due time, KRAE Reports comes back better, bigger and better than before, especially with, again, a new host or, again, what it may at least entail. Again, that is to be determined by Pops' decision, at least moving forward. But, again, here we are in the here and now with KRAE Reports. Again, do want to get into some news, especially here in town where, again, we've talked many a time. And, again, we know the project out west of town by I-80, I-25 regarding around the hitching post. And, again, it was supposed to be a business Plex, again, new bank was supposed to be established out there. Again, all sorts of new entities at least have been proposed. And again, we've talked with Mayor Collins about this situation, but the hitching post inn, again, most notably, again, catching on fire a couple times, has been just, well, again, it was sitting there for a while, caught on fire, and then eventually they decided to bulldoze it over. And again, it's just got that just empty land over there by the Ice and Event Center. Well, it seems like the hitching post inn may return.
It may return as, again, kind of a ghost area right now. But, again, you look, and I don't know if it's coming back as part of a corporate chain. I don't know. And, again, don't know the players that are involved in this situation. Do we need the likes of a hitching post inn on that part of the world? Absolutely. It's, you go back to the hitching post in its day when the late Paul Smith was running it. And again, too, you had the hitching post, you had all of the rooms, you had the meeting areas. Again, it was a mini convention center to a small degree. But it to me right now, it just looks like a ghost town part of the city, and it is blight. And I'm glad that there are players now that are involved, including the city, saying, hey, we got to do something. And whether it comes back, again, part of a corporate hotel chain or not, don't know. But any type of life breathed out there is going to be a fresh breath of air.
Yeah, again, it seems like construction company out of Sheridan, or at least was based in Sheridan, and again, Bighorn moving down to Cheyenne, again, trying to lead the project to revitalize it and bring back the hitching post in, which again is synonymous here in town. Again, whether it was hosting, our legislator, which again I know from experience, and again now they kind of stake claim to at least Little America just outside of town, but again, it's got a lot of historic value. Again, it is something synonymous with a lot of residents here in town. It's something that I would think a lot of folks would love to see back, again, revitalized, and again, just kind of add to that part of town that is, again, it's thriving. You see the hotels being built up again, or already built again. The new ventures out there. Again, the rumored, and again, still the construction is happening. Again, it sounds like it's going forward, or at least it's a reality that, again, that business plex or complex out there near the Ice and Event Center is happening here in town. So it's a west side that's getting revitalized, getting brand new, getting new entities out there. So I think this would be your crown jewel for Cheyenne if it is to happen. But again, we shall see. We've seen this city. Again, we've had Mayor Collins on. And again, we go back about, a year and a half ago on this program. We talked about the hole, the downtown hole that is approaching the 20th anniversary of it being there here in town. That's just covered up right now by a gate. Still nothing has happened with that. And again, Mayor Collins has come out and said, and again, we'll see if he delivers on, I wouldn't say a promise, but again, if he delivers on his statements that, again, what was it? Last time we had him in, he wanted to convert that into downtown parking, into a garage. Well, here we are again after that conversation, which again, it's approaching about 2 years, especially with us here on KRAE Reports. Still nothing has happened. There's been no movement. Again, it's still in a big old empty hole in the downtown area with, again, that signage to cover it up to make, for outside residents to realize that there's nothing there. So, again, the hitching post in, it sounds like it's going to be a reality. We'll see what moves forward from it. But we've seen, again, you go back to already projects, at least I wouldn't even say they're underway, but again, projects that have been theorized, including the downtown hole. Nothing's happened in 20 years. What is the belief in that this is going to happen?
Yeah, and the key is theorized. Here's what we're thinking, but really the thinking hasn't been moved into actual. Hey, let's move the ground and let's get something going. And again with the hole, and this goes back again to the fire. Was some 20 years ago that Jack Spiker was mayor at the time, and also too Pat Collins was on city council.
Yeah.
So I mean, this thing has kind of I don't want to say it's just been dormant. Yeah, we had movement, and we couldn't do anything because of the Heinz building. The city didn't have any say in the property. There were so many intangibles involved, but nobody really has a clear, concrete idea. Now, parking, okay, but you have the Jack Spiker parking garage,
which again, residents in this town know not to park there. Again, it's an absolute just nightmare. And
but I understand
it's a nightmare for different reasons. It's a nightmare that again, your car could be broken into, vandalized, or this or that. Again, we just have those morons that kind of camp out in that thing. But again, regarding at least the potential projects where again it's all about the money, it's about the new owners of what they want to do with that project, where again city just doesn't want to step up for whatever reason and kind of work on it. Again, it seems like city's trying to move forward. Again, the comments that again at least Mayor Collins at least gave the Cowboy State Daily again in this article again showed that hey, they're looking into it. They're looking to at least kind of award TIF money towards that, so we'll see. But again, seeing is believing. We'll see if that reality comes true, even though, again, in 20 years, still nothing has moved forward, especially regarding downtown. Now, regarding the hitching post in, again, according to the article, and again, it seems like they've been doing work out there. We've seen the construction site. I was just out there, again, this past weekend, driving around at least west side of town, that, again, you see the bulldozers, you see the tractors out there, you see all that doing the construction work, where it seems like underground work has been underway, or, again, is almost near final, beginning in May, apparently, that, again, things should go vertical to build two new hotels on that property where the hitching post stood. So it seems like it's going to be a reality, but could there be?
When?
Yeah, well, again, this says according to May. Again, sounds like here in a few short weeks that, again, things should go vertical. We shall see. Again, what issues, what problems could arise from this. Hopefully not at all, but it seems like it's going to happen. But could they run into hiccups, or could it be a failed project of, well, we've already invested so much money into it, we're going to just step away?
Well, and I want to go back to the downtown hole first. With the downtown hole, that has already gone through 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're now into let's see, Jack Spiker, Rick Kaysen, Marion Orr, and Pat Collins. We've already gone through, 4 administrations
Yeah.
of non-movement. Now, again, if Pat Collins and the city have an idea.
Pat Collins, who also too during that time of the 20 years has been on that city council, and yeah.
And again, too, I don't know what the architects and again everything that's involved with that whole. But again, I'm not getting all excited about it because again, for 20 years, it's been a hole, and I don't know what great miraculous thinking is going to change that here over the course of the next few months. Now out to the Hitching Post Inn. Again, the clearing of all of the rubble that's out there, that's going to cost a lot of money. Again, how much is the city going to be involved in this? Because again, too, you and me, we just can't fork out money. And then, like you said, you can move all that stuff, clear out the land. The land is going to be worth some money, but the point is, are you going to walk away from it? You're just going to leave it, paved, and that's it. Cement out there. I mean, there's a lot to be involved. And again, no names are being mentioned of who wants to absorb that property. And again, where you're talking about, hey, maybe some movement out of May. I'd like to know who's actually interested in this because there has been none shown so far.
But again, we'll see, as according to the article, that again, May should be the time that again things go vertical. That again, the 2 hotels being built on that side should happen. But again, we'll see. Again, it seems like at least TIF money is supposed to help out with this potentially, but again, that's up to the city. Again, who knows if that's going to be at least led up to the voters as well to decide on that. But again,
and it would be nice. It would be nice, though, Nick, because again, you look at Laramie when you go over to a Cowboys game, and how much it's grown, and how much more accommodations. I go back a long time ago where there was not a lot of accommodations, and
still isn't. It's the reason why, again, WYDOT has those restrictions of, again, the rolling closures because, again, limited resources.
But they have done their building out there. They again, with the Hitching Post, we let it die. Downtown.
But we've also, too, built in new hotels. Again, look what happened on the south side. Look at, again, just across from what was the Holiday Inn? Yeah, again, you got 4 new properties right there, right from at least on the south side over there by Cheyenne South. Again, you look to the west side as well. Again, outside of Little America, you go straight on down towards downtown. You got new hotels of again whatever chain it may be. Again, Days Inn, Super 8. Again, you have new hotels that were in its place. Just again, obviously those hotels put in place due to the fact that again, the Frontier Days, which again kind of exhausted a lot of the existing hotels here in town. So, again, with Hitching Post going away, city, though, and again, a lot of these companies, corporations came in and said, hey, we'll build hotels here because obviously there's a clear need. And again, obviously, with us being at I-80, I-25, and again, the amount of closures we do have due to, again, the wintertime, it made sense to, again, build up these hotels. So, again, city, yes, here has grown. Again, you pointed out Laramie again. From what I've seen, again, I've been over there a lot more than you have. And again, seeing how that town is growing or improving. It's not much compared to Cheyenne, though. Cheyenne is rapidly increasing due to, again, the fact that we are part of this Rocky Mountain Coalition all the way from here down to Albuquerque, that, again, it's the nation's fastest growing kind of population area, again, just due to what is available.
But also, too, as you mentioned, 80 and 25, it's a corridor.
Yeah.
And again, when you get off 25 and you take that Lincoln Way turnoff, aside from Little America and, again, a Super 8 or Days Inn, back in the day, there was Ramada, and then you had La Quinta. And then,
like I said, those exist still. And again, if not, again, a lot of those, you look at a lot of those hotels right now on that strip right now, especially over there by Westland Road and everything, again, are renovated or if not brand new. So, it's not like they're decrepit. The more kind of older aging properties are the ones that you see across the street, again, from the Ice and Event Center, again, the old Wyoming Indian Hotel or whatever, again, those motels that go on that kind of strip. That's where it gets a little seedy, a little older, at least in that chain. But the farther away you get from that, again, going past the Ice and Event Center, it becomes new. It's hotel options that are new. And again, right there by I-80, I-25, similar of what we see on the south side, especially there on Fox Farm. Again, those 4 chains that are just all at least kind of cramped up right there at the top of that hill. So, again, growing, it's happening.
It would be nice. Let's be real honest. It would be nice if a Hitching Post 2 shows up. Because, again, you got Motor City, which is Westland Road, and really Lincoln Way, West Lincoln Way, from Little America to the downtown should be basically hotel motel row. And I've seen this. I've seen this in San Luis Obispo, where they have hotel motel row. Now, again, I haven't been back there since, 98. But my point is, if you go to San Luis Obispo, they have this whole section that is hotel motel. And then again, you go outside of San Luis Obispo by about 2-3 miles, and you run into this big facility called the Madonna Inn, which would be similar to our Little America. So again, we, Cheyenne, city leaders, need to decide: are we going to be that destination point, being the I-80-25 corridor?
I think they already have, again, just with the amount of hotels. This is more so nostalgia, and it's something that I think residents, this is not so much more for the outside, it's more for residents here in town that, again, grew up, again, knowing the Hitching Post or, again, having fond memories of it. Here's an opportunity to, again, take care of what has just been a decrepit property that has had a lot of controversy.
Are you going to build it the same way? I mean, again,
I don't think. Yeah. Obviously, you clearly can't, because again, I think the old Hitching Post had asbestos, so again, you can't do that anymore. So,
but you know,
I'm just saying again, of the design, I don't know. Again, we'll see what it turns out. Again, what is the cost as well too, and again, how much the city may have to help in this venture to at least beautify that part of town or take care of that property that has been just, again, at a time, again, it was just burnt down property that was just standing there. No one destroyed it. And then it took a couple more fires to go, okay, maybe we need to bulldoze this thing over. So it's good to see that there is progress moving forward. Hopefully it does end in reality that, again, the 2 hotels are built up again. It seems like it's going to happen here starting May. We shall see. Obviously, weather does play in a factor, and again, money as well. We'll see if it does become a true reality. Again, obviously you'll know before I do, but either way, we'll see. Again, regarding other properties here in town, hopefully that's kind of the wake-up moment for, again, the whole downtown. For other buildings in downtown that still stand empty or, again, are just worthless at this point in time. Again, most notably, I do believe, with the Heinz building, that, again, it's what are we doing with these buildings? We need to figure out a way to, again, get the owners.
And you talk about a building that's full of asbestos.
Yeah.
To move that asbestos out of there is more.
It's millions,
It seems more than the building is worth.
Yeah, without a doubt.
And that's why it's got
it's something that, again, the city, again, we've talked many a time, again, whether it was Mayor Collins or, again, a couple, at least city council members, of what are we doing with this building right now? Again, there's potential in downtown as rapid growing as downtown is, or Cheyenne in general. We need to take care of these other problems in projects as well, too, that, again, have been sitting here for decades.
Well, and again, too, with the let's hope Hitching Post 2 comes to life. And again, you're wooing those folks coming off 80 and 25 corridor, whether they're going to Yellowstone, whether they're going to Nebraska, doesn't matter. Point is, you want to woo them on Lincoln Way, which leads you into the downtown area.
Yeah.
Downtown is okay. It could be a lot better as far as
it's trying
attractiveness.
With the at least that group organization that, again, I forget their name, but again, it's the West View or whatever collective.
West Edge.
Yeah, West Edge. Again, as what they're trying to do on that side. Where, again, you got the new park. You got the new park out there. Again, I know you got the new restaurant on that west side, again, across from the newspaper over there. So, again, it's kind of, you got old mixed in with new, and you are trying to attract folks in. Again, you got all these random breweries out and about, again, all that good stuff. So, again, downtown is trying to attract those folks, but, again, how many are actually going out there? Again, is downtown surviving throughout outside of, again, warmer weather months? Maybe. Again, how much are Cheyenne residents heading down that way? I don't know. Again, I at least seeing this past weekend, downtown was okay. It's not as packed as it is during the summertime months, or again, especially around Frontier Days, clearly. But, again, it is trying to attract people in and going down that way. So we shall see. The only entity I could see, again, if this is a new resort-style hotel coming in for the Hitching Post 2 or whatever it may be, again, with these two new hotels, if it becomes as what they're kind of describing it in the article, the only entity I can see in town that it really hurts or affects, and again, it prompts them to kind of pick it up, even though they don't really need to, is Little America. Again, that's kind of the beaking spot. Again, that is a spot as well, again, where we talked with the old Hitching Post, again, brought those legislators in over there who had to come into town. Legislators now go to Little America instead of Hitching Post. So, again, does this now change? Who knows? But if anything, again, for Cheyenne in general, these two new hotels, again, beautifying that west side of town, this only helps and makes things greater as a whole.
It will help Little America as well, too. I think Little America, and
it
again,
creates competition.
Well, yeah, and with Little America, once the Hitching Post was lost, they stepped up their program quite a bit out there. But again, if Hitching Post 2 comes in, again, you need to have basically the same type of amenities that are, over at
Well, they're not going to have a golf course.
I know that less the golf course, okay? But you need to, and gas station. You need to.
But could they have like convention center or again those kind of dining hall rooms? Maybe again.
And
there's that possibility, but again, that's added cost.
Matter of fact, your mother and I, we had our wedding reception in one of those rooms, and again, you had reception rooms, you had a little area where they had entertainment, you had a couple of nice restaurants there, you had a coffee shop. Again, if you're going to pattern after the old Hitching Post, a lot of I's got to be dotted, T's got to be crossed. Not just hotel rooms, but what else are you going to offer the locals? Because that's, again, too, you're not going to live all year round on the hotel industry. And that's why Little America is doing a lot better. Because, again, they're offering banquet hall, conventions. They're offering, a great restaurant, that type of
the
deal.
benefit of the golf course, too,
And, but again, too, from the local side, they offer more local enhancements.
Oh, yeah. You can do company parties or, again, go out for Christmas dinner or, absolutely, wedding reception. So, they offer a lot out there. Again, it's a one-stop shop, so to speak, for, again, a lot of those events here in town. So, again, if the Hitching Post is to do it right, model it or at least, again, offer those similar amenities, if not more, if they can. But, again, obviously it does cost money when you add more square footage or, again, you add those this or that. And, again, if you're going to do it right, you're going to do it better and new. However, that may entail whether it's TVs or this or that, again, connectivity. I don't know. But, again, we'll see what the finished product is going to be, if at all. It seems like it's going to happen. But we have been burned before on projects like this where, again, it gets in that stage and then –
see, and this is just
hopefully it's not a Fontainebleau situation out in Las Vegas where, again, you build the hotel and now it just sits there as a blight on the Las Vegas Strip.
Well, and again, too, everybody can talk the talk, but can you do the walk as well? And that's what we're getting. We're getting a lot of talk, but nobody's ponying up to do the walk. Again, downtown whole.
Well, that construction company is.
Well, yeah, but they haven't done anything.
And the city has to.
They haven't done anything yet. I'm like you. I want to see movement.
Again, don't say that they haven't done anything. Again, they're working on the pipes, and I think that project is almost nearly completed, again, of the sewer and the underground stuff. So, again, it's now vertical for them. So there has, like I said, it's been bulldozed. It is now, at least the pipes and everything, been reworked or replaced or this or that. It's now vertical.
And
so
the property is owned.
I can't specifically answer on that. But, again, it seems like that property is taken care of. And, again, I don't know if it's via this construction company or what, but we'll see.
All right. Well, we do need to take a break, and we'll come back with more KRAE Reports, a week in review. Back after these words.
Hop into the KRAE Time Machine each Monday through Thursday for the golden age of radio, featuring famous radio classics such as Jack Armstrong and Suspense Theater, along with pioneers in the entertainment industry like Bob Hope and Abbott and Costello, along with many other performers who've captured our ears many, many years ago. Join us for the golden age of radio Monday through Thursday, 8 until 10 p.m. on 1480 KRAE, also 101.1 FM, and you can also stream all of our programming on 1480krae.com.
When you are dealing with the coin shop to buy, sell, or trade your gold, silver, or other precious metals, you will be met with honesty, fairness, knowledge, and exceptional customer service. The coin shop has been serving Cheyenne since 1982 and is a respected member of our community. Call David today at 778-7196 to meet privately or visit during regular business hours, Monday through Friday, 9 to 5 p.m. The coin shop, a dealer you can trust, 510 West 16th Street.
The fun and excitement continues to grow at the 3 Cheyenne locations of Wyoming Downs. New pari-mutuel wagering machines and games are arriving all the time to improve your chances of walking away a big winner. And the OTB action from the nation's and world's tracks adds even more excitement on your next visit. Make sure you get a player's card to enjoy the many benefits that Wyoming Downs offers, including Triple Points Mondays and Club 55 incentives midweek. Have fun in Cheyenne 7 days a week by visiting one of the 3 Wyoming Downs locations in the Cheyenne Plaza on East Lincoln Way, inside the Outlaw Saloon on the South Greeley Highway, and on Delrange Boulevard next to Culver's and Office Max. For more information, go to wydowns.com.
It's Lee at Absolute Flooring. Have you been waiting for the right time to put new flooring in your home? Wait no more. Mohawk Spring Floor Adore sale is here. With a huge selection of flooring products, styles, and colors, this sale will make your new floor happen. And what Mohawk doesn't put on sale, Absolute Flooring will. With no interest financing, experienced flooring consultants, and the best in professional installers, it's time to make your way to Absolute Flooring in the Cheyenne Plaza. And visit us at AbsoluteFlooringWYO.com. Remember, it's your home, your floor, your store, absolutely.
Cowboy football fans, season tickets are on sale now for the 2023 season. The season schedule features the home opener against Texas Tech, along with conference matchups against Colorado State, Fresno State, New Mexico, and Hawaii. Season tickets start at just $170, so don't miss any of the action as the Cowboys return to War Memorial Stadium this fall. Renew or purchase your season tickets today at gowyo.com/tickets or call 307-766-7220.
When you are dealing with the coin shop to buy, sell, or trade your gold, silver, or other precious metals, you will be met with honesty, fairness, knowledge, and exceptional customer service. The coin shop has been serving Cheyenne since 1982 and is a respected member of our community. Call David today at 778-7196 to meet privately or visit during regular business hours, Monday through Friday, 9 to 5 p.m. The coin shop, a dealer you can trust, 510 West 16th Street.
Here's the latest weather forecast on 1480 KRAE.
Otherwise, for today, mostly sunny. Expect the daytime high near 67 tonight. Partly cloudy or low down to 39 degrees. Partly sunny and breezy for tomorrow. Look for a daytime high near 68. And for Tuesday night, partly cloudy. Breezy conditions are low down to 33 degrees with a chance of rain showers during the evening. Then rain and snow showers mixed after midnight. We welcome you back to KRAE Reports that we can review, and unfortunately, and the Cheyenne Police have sent out the bat signal to all of us, not just media, but they're warning of an ongoing national distraction theft scheme, which, again...
Well, it's not warning. It's more... Well,
yeah, it is.
Warning is correct, but it's more so of don't say that it's not here. It's already happening here. Again, we're seeing already these incidents here in town, so it's pretty much of, hey, be aware of that. Again, this nationwide crime is now hit home here at Cheyenne, so be aware of it.
Well,
so.
and you know, and I was over at Cheyenne Auto Repair and Service the other day, and we'll get into this other scheme that's going on, but I've talked to a couple of auto dealers where it started on the left coast, and now it's filtered out here. It's the stealing of catalytic converters off vehicles.
Yeah.
Whether it's in a car lot, and again, you could have all of the cameras you want out there.
I've seen videos of, again, people attempting to do it at a house and whatnot. So, again, they've been caught on Ring cameras and all that stuff. So that's kind of your best line of defense, is having those Ring cameras or getting some sort of security system, especially with the audio out option, which, again, a lot of cameras offer now. But, yeah, again, that's trending world, at least kind of nationwide. It was similar to, again, the copper thefts that we saw here in the county as well. Again, it's something that, don't assume that, hey, you live in a little haven here in Cheyenne. No, again, crime is hitting even here that we're seeing on the nationwide side, including, again, this distraction theft scheme that, again, is affecting kind of more of the older population of, hey, can you help me with something? And, again, whoever the cohort is on that theft scheme, again, as they're distracted, oh, here, let me take a purse, let me rifle through this or that. And that's how, again, the victim is hit with that situation. So it's more so of, hey, help me out while they're distracted. You still whatever you can, whether it's cash, money, cards, this or that. So that's kind of the nationwide crime that's trending upwards right now, which, again, it's a crime that's happened before, well before the pandemic times, or here we are in 2023. Again, this is something that is happening in some way, shape, or form of, hey, distract you, slip, again, it's plain and simple. Again, what it is again, just an elaborate form of pickpocketing, which, again, happens worldwide.
And again, too, it also, as you said, we see, if you are watching news outlets, we're seeing the smash and grabs, we're seeing the shoplifting. Hey, don't think that's not happening, not so much the smash and grabs, but don't think the shoplifting is not happening in this part of the world too.
The shoplifting's always happened,
but it's
not as widely as what you see of reports out of San Francisco, or again some of the major cities. But yeah, again, it does happen. You're gonna have teenagers, you're gonna have morons that go out and attempt to do it. So again, it's not like
that theft is up now as well too. So again, post pandemic, it's almost like our mental thinking has gone just totally down the toilet. For some, not for all, but
I don't. Mental, plays probably a factor in all this, but it's also too, again, a desperation move again for these folks, and again, not to stand up for the crime, but again, look at economic times. People are led to do crazy things, or again, desperate measures of, hey, I gotta find a way to pay a bill or this or that.
But then again, in this city, there's a lot of jobs.
I'm not justifying that, but I'm just saying, again, could it come with the economic times of, hey, I'm desperate, I need money, screw it, I'm gonna steal.
Yeah, and again, that's no excuse. And hopefully,
clearly.
And hopefully, these folks that are doing these crimes eventually get caught and they do the time.
And usually they are, again, more than not, especially with the day and age we live in, again, with all the, at least, technology that we have, again, the cameras that are installed in every store, again, most homes, it seems like at this point have cameras as well, too, that, again, more than not, these type of crimes are usually found out, again, where, thankfully here in town, we're past the wearing the mask mandate situation where, again, that could help out the criminal in that act. But again, no, you're going to have a clean-cut picture of a face, and here they are, again, walking out. Here's their build, here's their race, here's this and that. So you got to imagine that, again, with the incidents that are happening in town, those who have committed the crimes, more than not, are probably going to be found. Not 100% guarantee rate, again,
and you're
probably
right.
a good amount.
And you're right, because, again, if you look at the big city type of crimes, they're still wearing the mask, they're wearing the hoodies, whatever the case may be. But also, too, you still see some folks wearing masks here in our part of the world. And, again, those folks could be, those that are committing those shoplifting crimes or stealing catalytic converters. Yeah. Again, keeping basically they're robbers. That's all they are. So you look at the situation where we saw it in Chicago, if I'm not mistaken, where Chicago decided to put in more, correct me if I'm wrong, Walmart stores where after the pandemic, and all they were was just a crime haven. So what did they do? Shut them down. And again, we are far from that here in Cheyenne, Wyoming, but we do need to heed the national message. There are a lot of bad guys out there, and we can't have those bad guys getting away with these crimes. We need to nip these things in the bud right out of the box. Now, I know in some cases in some of these corporate stores, if somebody is shoplifting or stealing, whatever the case may be, that the employee is not going to take that risk.
Well, why would you?
Yeah,
You're making $15 an hour. Again, I'm not going to put my life on the line to stop a would-be
but then again, too,
criminal against a corporation.
But then again, too, it happens enough, Nick. And again, these stores are not in business to lose money. So, if it look at Walmart,
they got enough insurance and get enough on the back end that again, you look at the financials of Walmart. Again, are they in the red? And after again, probably all these thefts. Probably not. Again, Walmart has a lot of investment, or again, they got a lot of capital coming in some way, shape, or form. So again, yeah, the thefts hurt, and it probably hurts more on the local side. It hurts a lot of, it hurts probably more so the consumer, where again, you're probably making up for those lost goods that again were stolen. That again, rate increases on that, but it's more so of, is Walmart in general hurting by these thefts? Probably not. Again, probably they're getting a lot, at least those thefts. And again, majority of them are just petty thefts at this point in time. It's a very minuscule percentage on what is their overall profit margin.
Petty theft 100 adds up. And then you get to a point, for example, I can't remember the Whole Foods, whatever it was in San Francisco. They were in the downtown area. They basically shut their doors. Again, you and me would go in there and buy something, but just one bad apple goes in there and steals every day, whatever. After a while, you throw up your arms and say, it's just not worth it. I don't care if I got a parent company or not. It's not worth it. And again, too, law enforcement, which we are fortunate to have a pretty doggone good force. City police, sheriff, these guys are going to try to nip these bad guys in the butt. But the thing is, if it's on a continual basis, and again, the trend nationally is upward right now in the bigger cities.
Then how do you explain again, maybe Walmart's probably not the best at least example, but again, if you want to look at where again Walmart does get hit, from thefts, whether it's here locally or again nationwide as well too. But again, you look at their profit margin again from at least the start of the pandemic, which again makes sense to hear. Looking back to 2022, again their profit margin again gross again percentage wise has gone up. It's gone up, and again, last year it was 24.4%. So again, for Walmart, even with all these thefts, if again it's just happening as much, again, be curious to see again Walgreens, which again I can easily look up, or again some of these other corporation stores. Again, they're not hurting by this. If anything, it's an excuse probably. And again, this might go into theorizing or at least more conspiracy theories on this situation. But again, this is probably more an excuse to raise rates or again raise prices to again hurt average day consumers that walk into those stores again with that situation and go, well, okay, I guess we got to make up for that loss on that product. But again, here it is. Walmart's gross profit worldwide again is nearly 25%, and it keeps growing year in and year out.
Right.
So it doesn't seem like Walmart, again, those at the top, and again, these stores that again pop up again almost instantaneously, again, more and more across the nation, across the world, they're not doing too damn bad, clearly.
But also too, they're part of the corporate world, where we're seeing the corporate world right now.
And again, they got insurances. They got coverage
but
on.
When you close down 3 stores in the Chicago area, how many people are out of a job? So again, they're part of the corporate world. We're corporate now.
Hey, for Chicago's reason, again, yeah, it's a loss of jobs, which clearly sucks. But again, if anything, again, those closure of Walmarts, hopefully that benefits small business.
I agree.
Small businesses crop up, but again, at least provide a service. Take advantage.
I agree. But again, when you're unemploying X amount of people, you're not employing that many in small business. Small mom and pop businesses are maybe, 1 or 2 or 3 employees.
Yeah.
So again, it's got to, as you mentioned, they're positive, but they also have a negative effect. And again, too, where you say there's that possibility, well, that gives them an excuse to raise prices.
It wouldn't surprise me. Not saying it is a reality, but again, it wouldn't surprise me if, again, they use that excuse, again, Walgreens, whatever this or that. Again, look what happened with the egg situation where, again, all of a sudden we have this egg crisis. Here we go to bump up, again, eggs as high as they got, and then all of a sudden now here we are back to normal.
Well, again, most businesses, and I'm sorry, I shouldn't say most businesses, but whenever there
It's kind of the same thing with gas, where again, all of a sudden, we got this issue with Ukraine and whatnot. Again,
and we got the Saudis.
Gas is still here.
The Saudis cutting back a 1.5 million barrels a day. The thing is, whenever there's a cry wolf situation, because again, correct me if I'm wrong, wasn't there a bird flu that ran around and they had to destroy a lot of chickens? So again, the egg.
But it's not like eggs just disappeared off of the shelves. That again, we were at a limited amount. No, it was just a chance for again profits to be made. And again, go for it. Again, that's capitalism. That's how this economy works. Where again, it's, I wouldn't say fear mongering, but it is a situation where, hey, we got this outbreak. Eggs might be limited. All right, well, we're going to make them a valuable commodity.
Well,
obviously,
the problem with that, though, the media, our business, unfortunately, puts the fear mongering.
Yeah, it's a national media that again as my final day, especially here on a news side here in Cheyenne, Wyoming, where plain and simple, again, the true enemy of the state is the national media. And it's not just a CNBC, it's not an MSNBC, it's not a CNN, it's Fox News, it's all of them. It's all of them. Again, left, right, and center, whatever it may be. Again, they're feeding you thoughts. Again, in my opinion, again, of analyzing everything, and again, watching how this country's gone, and again, with the political movement and all this stuff, the national media seems like it is the true enemy of the state. They want you to think and believe the way that they do, and however their perfect world that they see. And they cause, a lot of these issues, a lot of these unbelievable outbursts, or again, these fluctuations in the economy or markets or whatever it may be. That's, again, the true enemy.
See, and that's and I agree with you. The media has gone away from who, what, where, when, miscellaneous. Now it's who, what, and then we'll add our opinion. We'll add our unidentified sources, or again, we won't track down the entire story. And again, that's the 24-hour news services that were available now. But the thing is, media has taken so much of a backseat to being true journalism. And whether it's radio, whether it's TV, whether it's newspapers. And again, I go back to the day where newspapers, radio first broke the story. TV showed you the pictures and had a little more to the story, and the newspapers the next day had the complete story. Who, what, where, when, miscellaneous. But now it's, again, journalism is just a total farce. And again, blame our institutions that who are producing these people that are fear-mongering this country. And again, I don't know why we have to make everything the sky is falling all the time. I don't know, Nick.
It garners, again, plain and simple, it's like anything. Especially
ratings.
Ratings. It garners clicks. It garners views. It garners this. Again, you want them more, instead of, oh, here it is, a puppy's birthday, compared to, again, oh, the puppy died or whatever. Again, what more are you going to click on? Again, it's like, oh, what happened to the puppy? Again, how did it die? Again, you're more towards that dark angle story. Again, again, it brings up that curiosity than more so the good, lighthearted story. That's kind of the push. And again, it makes sense when you think about it and you stop and go, oh, I get it now. Is that, again, you're pushing that agenda, you're pushing that negative effect out there, because guess what? It garners views. It garners clicks. Guess what? Views and clicks equate money. It's advertising dollars. It's eyeballs to that product. And then here we go. We sell it as well, too, and we make money on that back end. It makes sense. It is why those folks do it. Why you get those catchy headlines. Why you get this and that. It's to garner clicks. It's to garner views. It's to garner that revenue dollar on the back end, where everyone is clinging at that almighty dollar, especially in this economic day. Clearly.
All right, let's go back to, again, this targeting. And unfortunately, here in Cheyenne, where it's considerably less than the major metro areas, but we do have a lot of these type of slugs.
But don't assume that it's not going to happen to you or attempted on you. Again,
but
especially the older generation.
We do have a lot of these slugs walking our streets right now, begging, doing whatever the case may be. So, again, and this is more geared to seniors, I would say everybody. You have, you may be smarter than I am. You're 33 years younger than me, But you know what, Nick? It can happen just as easily to you as it is me. So, again, I just, from the city of Cheyenne, be aware of these type of slugs that are running around right now. All right, as we get close to wrapping up our program, I do want to mention this, and I'm really confused. And it's pothole season.
Yeah.
And I was driving down 19th today, where you make a turn to the Y. And that road is just an absolute, it's a mess. And I don't understand. And maybe it's probably because, being originally from California, and yeah, we've had our road issues out there in California, but here we can get 4 seasons of weather in one day.
Yeah.
But I just don't understand, with all of the technology, all of the chemicals, compounds, that we can't build a stretch of road that lasts. And
again, is it using cheap materials? Is it
it's to the lowest bidder?
Well, yeah,
and
obviously you want to save as much money as you can on a project like that. And again, go look to what happened with us out on the east side again, around 12th Street, where again, I think it was sewer work, but again, you left a gaping hole there again where it was just pure dirt that again it got eroded away from tire wear, from again the weather elements that again it took them however long to go. Oh, we need to patch this instead of just keeping this hole, which again was on a main thoroughfare on 12th Street. It was ridiculous. It's something that, again, weather, yes, clearly plays an effect, where again a lot of the snow and the rain and again the water that does erode down these materials again does play in a factor. Again, same with again salting or again putting rock on the road, again grinds up that. So again that does play in a factor. But yeah. With technology as it is, where again concrete is concrete, but yeah, surprising enough that again some of these road projects don't last as long, or again it's almost like they're cracking instantly. Again, we've seen that especially on the east side, where again a lot of those roads that were recently redone are needing new, at least repair work on it, where it's kind of question mark of what the hell is going on here. But you blame the elements. You probably blame, again, the cheaper cost on it, or, again, you're trying to save a buck on it. And, yeah, again, it's most infamously as well where you see a lot of the cracks, or at least kind of the filler to fill the cracks, where, again, all right, we're not going to do the construction immediately, but we'll put in a crack, at least crack filler. So that probably doesn't help the problem as well, too. But it seems like Cheyenne working on trying to improve roadways. Again, there's a lot of, at least, square mileage to cover. We know YDOT as well, too. Again, most infamously, I think right now the worst stretch of road that exists here in Cheyenne is that road out at least out west on I-80 heading towards Laramie, that bridge stretchway, which, again, is just unbelievable.
No.
It is, and again, we know that from YDOT when we had them last in here, that, again, that is going to be their main project to work on that. Again, noticing that they are working on those bridges over there by I-80 as well, too. So, we'll see what happens, but yeah, is it worth it in the long? Again, it's similar to the Cheyenne, at least regional airport. You kind of cut costs or went a little cheaper on it, and here we are. We're right now in April.
More.
Yeah, you're now spending more, and now for what? Again, the next 4 or 5 months, your airport's closed.
And also too, and I'm not saying that the most expensive is the best, but you would figure, and again here locally, when you go cheap, obviously you're expecting to have this thing redone again over and over and over, because it's not built to last. And again, any construction crew that comes in, even if they're the most expensive and they lay asphalt or build Del Range, whatever the case may be, it's not necessarily going to last forever. But the point is, do you want to keep resurfacing every 2-3 years because we know how the weather conditions are going to be in this part of the world, or do you want to get it somewhat on track to last more than 2-3 years?
Which, again, we saw that, again, with the big projects out in the east side of town, where, again, all those roads, including the side streets, got all resurfaced again. Or not resurfaced, but, again, it was dug up completely, where, again, it was ground, and then new cement was completely, at least or concrete was at least laid in that entire neighborhood. So again, it's a little bit tougher where, again, projects like that on the burbs are possible, but again, downtown or some of the places that do need it might be a little bit tough because, again, you are affecting businesses. You are affecting this and that. So you got to think about that of what's going to be beneficial for all, including your drivers and including those businesses of, can we really redo the road as we've stripped it in other neighborhoods, or is it better and cheaper, or is it better overall to just resurface and do it over and over and over?
I think the main one that we like to do is the tar rock compound to fill potholes and what have you.
Which, again, erodes away easily, yeah.
Yeah, and that's just it. We get it done, and 2 days later a big thunderstorm comes in with an inch of rain, and next thing you know, we got that pothole back. So, I look at a place like Loaf and Jug down the road. They've got that big hole, and that's just their parking area, but they've had that big hole. They fill it, and then, a month later, the hole is back. So, again, I don't understand why we're not getting these things done right the first time. And that's
hell. Look at our parking lot here. Where again, that has just unbelievable. Again, it has one of the largest potholes I've probably ever seen that again exists in here. And again, how long ago did that get resurfaced?
And probably a couple of years ago. But
it seemed a lot more recent than that because I think it was a summertime about.
It was a couple of years ago, a couple summers ago. But the thing is, especially here with the building paid for it. And again, these are costly projects. I understand it's costly projects to the city, but then again, too, we pay that extra sales tax. We got sales tax for, that are monies that are 6 penny here, 5th penny there, 4th penny there. These monies are going into these type of road construction projects that, we're going out to the cheapest bidder. And I'm telling you right now, the cheapest bidder is exactly what we're getting, especially with our roads and potholes. And again, the city itself can do X amount, and they're not bringing out the top dog compounds to fill potholes or whatever. No. They're doing just enough to get you through that area. But again, you look about 3, 4, 5 months down the road, it's back.
But again, it comes with the climate. It comes with a harsh environment out here where, again, extreme weather, at least winters, and again, decent springtime rainfall. Again, granted, we have springtime winter storms as well, too. Again, summertime brings in those thunderstorms. So, again, you have very harsh weather and conditions that, again, are just not conducive to at least roads out here. So it is what it is, and it's something that, city's working on it. But, again, obviously, a lot of the projects that they do kind of comes at a price, or, again, it's something that kind of gets put off, or, again, it's a temporary Band-Aid fix that ultimately is not the best for, again, citizens out here. But it is what it is, and hopefully, again, moving forward, whether it's under this administration or, again, moving forward in the future for Cheyenne, all right, maybe it's best not to go on the cheap side. Maybe invest a little bit more to see if it will last a little bit longer.
All right, and again, with today's science, you should be able to get that figured out from, from minds over at the University of Wyoming. They probably have more of the right answers than, those that are within the city that are, construction projects or those that are architects, whatever the case may be. All right, this program will re-air at 4 o'clock this afternoon. Nick and myself, we will be out at Powers Field. We're tentatively scheduled for 7:30 game. That will be streamed, video live streamed on YouTube. So do join us for Post 6 baseball as they take on the Laramie Rangers.
YouTube only, again, not radio broadcast due to, again, the issue that we mentioned early on with our board op not being able to at least be here for us, again, at least dealing with medical issues. But, again, on the YouTube side, 1480 KRAE's YouTube channel, go over there, subscribe, like the videos. We appreciate that. Again, regarding KRAE Reports, again, this is the final show, again, for me, final show for a potential amount of time, again, to be determined. It's not going away forever, but it's to be determined, again, how long KRAE will, at least reports, will stay dormant. Again, hopefully we'll return back very soon. That's, again, up to Pops and who he gets in to kind of replace and again, move the show forward. So, again, for now, it is the end. It's the finale for me. Again, I'll be back again tomorrow for the Pro Show. Again, same time, 11 a.m. here on 1480 KRAE. But again, it's been a fun ride. Again, I want to say very quickly, again, thank you to all of our guests, whether it was, again, National Guard, again, from Mayor Collins, to, again, our city council, twice with Harry Hageman on. Again, we've had the United Way on. We've had a lot of great causes come on and talk. Again, YDOT as well, too. We've had a lot of phenomenal folks join us in studio, again, on the phone throughout the time of KRAE Report's existence, which, again, KRAE Report's still in its infancy. Again, I think when I came up with this idea, that was about, almost 2 years ago? Somewhere around there. So, but thank you to everyone that has joined us here on the News and Political Show. Again, thank you to all that have tuned in, listened, comment, even if you had issues with our points of view. Hey, that's the nature of the beast here in politics and news. You're going to have people that disagree with you. But, again, thank you to everyone that has been a part of it, tuned in, watched, and been along for the ride. So, again, thank you very much.
So for Nick Proati, I'm Larry Proati. Thanks for joining us on KRAE Report so we can review. This is 1480.